You just walked out of an interview. The glass door closes behind you. Your shoes click on the sidewalk. The street is loud. Buses, people, a horn somewhere.
They said the words you've heard before. We'll be in touch. We have a few more candidates. Hear back next week.
You don't know if you got it. You don't know if you said the right thing.
And the not knowing starts right there on the sidewalk.
You replay the interview. The handshake, was it too soft? That one question, did your answer make sense? Did you say too many times?
You take out your phone. There's nothing to check. They just said next week, but you check anyway. Email, LinkedIn, email again.
You get on the bus. You don't really see the city pass. Your mind is back in that room. And you'll do this again tonight, tomorrow morning, every time the phone buzzes for the next 7 days.
Not because you want to, because your brain doesn't know how to wait. If this sounds familiar, stay with us. Tonight is for you.
Hello, friends. Welcome to English Podcast TV. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Mike. Really glad you're here today.
Tonight, we are talking about something almost everyone is dealing with: how to live with uncertainty, how to live when you don't know what happens next.
3 real techniques, plus 2 short sentences we want you to take with you. Listen for them.
Take a moment. Think about your week. Is there something you don't know the answer to? A job, your health, a relationship that feels different lately, a decision you've been putting off.
Whatever it is, your mind keeps going back. It pulls you like a magnet.
And here's the strange part. The not knowing often feels worse than bad news itself.
Psychologists have actually studied this. People often choose pain they can predict over pain they cannot. In one study, people got small electric shocks. They picked a definite shock now over a possible shock later.
Wow, so the not knowing is the pain.
That's the part most people miss. The waiting hurts more than the result. You're carrying weight that doesn't have a shape yet.
And that weight is tonight's topic.
So why does uncertainty hurt so much?
Our brain has one main job. It predicts. Predict, predict, predict. Our ancestors needed this skill. If they could not guess where the tiger was, they died.
So uncertainty is a danger signal. The brain treats not knowing the same way it treats real threat. Your body braces, your shoulders go up, your jaw tightens.
Even when nothing has happened yet. Even when you're just lying in bed.
And then comes the loop. Same questions, same fears, going around and around. No exit door. You feel like you're solving something, but you're not. You're just circling, like running on a treadmill. Lots of effort, no movement.
Put another way, your brain thinks more thinking will give you the answer. But here's the truth. More thinking is not more knowing.
Say that one more time.
More thinking is not more knowing. Hours of worry don't add information. They just add tiredness.
And here's the strange part. Even when we know the loop hurts, we stay in it because leaving feels worse for 1 second. The mind says, if I stop, something bad will happen, like the worry itself is protecting us.
So the brain trades real rest for fake control.
Real rest for fake control. That's it.
I want to try something tonight. I want to give this loop a name.
A name?
Yes, when the loop has a face, a small, silly face, it gets quieter. It's harder to obey. So tonight, we're calling it Ed.
Ed.
Short for endless, because that's what he tries to be. Ed wakes you up. Ed makes you check your phone. Ed has opinions about everything. Your meeting tomorrow, your text messages, the cough you had last week.
Sounds busy.
Ed is very busy. And once you call him Ed, he sounds smaller. He used to sound like the truth. Now he sounds like a guy named Ed. The voice doesn't have to be obeyed. You can just say, "Okay, Ed, heard you." Moving on.
And Ed gets louder in modern life. Most of us live in safer worlds than our ancestors. No tigers, no storms with no warning. So the prediction system has nothing real to predict. It still wants to do its job. So it predicts smaller things, the text message, the work email, the doctor's call.
A prediction machine without a tiger turns inward. Safer lives, louder minds.
And we have to talk about phones, because phones make Ed louder than he's ever been.
When we feel uncertain, we reach for the phone, like a tool. But the phone often gives us nothing useful, just more questions. You search for a symptom. You read 10 articles. None of them are about you.
You text someone. They don't reply. Your mind fills the silence with stories, bad ones usually.
The phone feels like a window to the answer.
But often, it's a mirror. It shows us our own fear back.
Meaning, when we don't know something, we look at the phone, we see what we already feel, the fear. Then we feel it more.
It's a feedback loop, a loop on top of a loop. And the worst part, the phone never says, "I don't know." It always gives us something, an article, a link, a new fear.
It feeds Ed instead of quieting him.
Sometimes the first step is just put the phone down.
Let me show you what this costs. Imagine this. You have a big decision, a new job in a new city. You think about it for 3 weeks. Lists, friends, articles, lost sleep.
Then the deadline comes, and here's what you notice. You don't know more now than you did 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks of worry, same information. More thinking is not more knowing.
Or imagine this. You went to the doctor last week. They took blood. They said, "We'll call you when results are in." That was 4 days ago. 4 days that go like this.
Day 1. Your stomach drops every time the phone rings. You can't focus at work. You reread the same email 3 times. You don't notice your coffee is cold.
Day 2. You search your symptoms again. You read forums. One person on a forum had your exact symptoms. They got bad news. You don't sleep that night.
Day 3. Your friend asks how you are. You say, fine. She moves on. You don't tell her about the test. You eat dinner standing up.
Day 4. The phone rings. It's the clinic. Your hand is shaking. You answer. The nurse says, "Everything looks normal. You're fine."
And here's the strange part. Even though the news is good, you've already paid the cost. 4 days of fear. 4 days of bad sleep. 4 days where the only thing you really did was wait.
Those 4 days are gone. You can't get them back.
That's the cost of the loop. We could have lived 4 days. Instead, we waited 4 days.
But wait, I want to push back here, Chloe.
Go.
We can't just tell people, stop thinking about the future. That's not realistic. Sometimes worry is useful. It tells us to prepare. It tells us something matters.
That's fair. I don't want listeners to think planning is bad. So what's the difference between useful thinking and the loop?
Good question. I'd say useful thinking has an end. You think, you decide, you act. The loop has no end. You think, you don't decide, you think again. Same questions, no movement.
So worry is a tool, the loop is a trap.
Say that one more time.
Worry is a tool, the loop is a trap. Worry has a job, the loop just steals your energy.
Okay, but I want to push you on something else now.
Go.
Tonight, we're going to teach a technique that says, if there's nothing you can do right now, release the worry. But sometimes, nothing I can do is a lie. Sometimes there is something we can do. We just don't want to do it because it's hard.
You're right. That's avoidance wearing releases clothes.
So how do we tell the difference? How do we know we're not just hiding?
I think honesty is the test. If you say, nothing I can do, but you've been putting off a hard conversation for 2 months, that's not release. That's hiding.
So the technique only works if we're honest.
Right. Release what you genuinely cannot solve. Act on what you can. The technique doesn't let you skip the action.
That's much better than what I had.
Worry is a tool. The loop is a trap. But avoidance is a third thing, and it's not release. It's just delay.
So how do we leave the loop honestly? First technique, I call it the worry sort. When a worry shows up, you ask one question. Is there something I can do about this right now? And am I being honest about that? 2 parts, both matter.
2 parts.
Yes, because if the answer is yes, but I don't want to, that's not release, that's avoidance. So you do the hard thing, send the email, make the call, have the conversation.
And if the answer is honestly no,
Then you release the worry. For now, you can't solve it tonight.
so the worry sort isn't a way to escape action. It's a way to spend energy where it can actually move something.
Exactly. Real worry leads somewhere, to action or to honest release.
What's the most common mistake?
People skip the question. They go straight to thinking again. They don't actually sort, they just worry.
So the question itself is the tool.
The question is the tool. Use it like a small knife. Cut through the loop. Then either act or rest.
Quick small thing. If this is helping you tonight, a like really helps us reach more people who can't sleep. Thank you. Now back to it.
Chloe, the next one is yours.
Mine is called the anchor. When uncertainty pulls you into the future, you find an anchor in the present. The shape is simple. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
3 things you can see, 2 things you can hear, 1 thing you can feel. That's the whole technique.
Walk me through it.
Try it right now. 3 things you see, 2 things you hear, 1 thing you feel, out loud or in your head.
Okay. Window, laptop, cup of tea, fan, bird outside, feet on the floor.
That's it. 3, 2, 1. The whole thing took 10 seconds.
Why does this work?
Because the future doesn't exist yet. It's not real. But this room is real. So you bring the mind back to what is true.
It's like putting your hand on the wall when you're dizzy.
Say that again.
When you're spinning, the wall doesn't move. The wall is real. The wall is now.
That's the anchor. The future spins. The present stays still.
What's the common mistake here?
People use the anchor when they're calm, then they forget it when they panic. The brain hides the tools when you need them most.
Yeah, Ed locks the toolbox.
Right, so practice it when you're calm, many times. Like a fire drill, you don't learn during the fire, you learn before.
One more, the next small step. When you can't see the whole future, and you never can, you don't try to.
Just look at the next step.
Not the whole staircase, just the next step.
Give me an example.
You don't ask, what will my career look like in 5 years? That's too big. You ask, what is one small thing I can do today?
Send 1 email, read 1 chapter, have 1 honest conversation.
Tomorrow you do another small thing. 6 months later, you have a new job. Not because you planned 6 months ahead, because you did one thing each day.
This takes the pressure way off. What's the common mistake here?
People pick a step that's too big. They say, I'll change my whole career by Sunday. That's not a step. That's the staircase again.
So the step has to actually be small.
Embarrassingly small. So small that I don't have time is no longer a reason. 1 email, 1 paragraph, 1 10-minute walk.
If it feels too small to matter, it's probably the right size.
Way off. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know the next thing.
3 techniques, 1 way to remember them all. Sort, anchor, step.
Sort, anchor, step. I like that.
Let's actually try it. Mike, play someone with a worry. Ed will show up. I'll guide.
Okay. My boss wants to talk to me on Monday morning. I don't know why. I've been thinking about it all weekend. I can't stop.
Hello, Ed. Sort first. Honestly, is there something you can do right now?
I could write a list of questions, but really, no. I have to wait until Monday.
Honest answer, so we release for tonight. Now anchor. 3, 2, 1.
3, I see, the window, my laptop, a cup of tea. 2, I hear, the fan, a bird outside. 1, I feel, my feet on the floor.
Good. Step. One small thing for the next hour.
Make dinner, call my brother, read for 20 minutes.
Pick one. That's the only step you need.
Yeah, that helps. Goodbye for now, Ed. And let's flip it. Try mine.
Hit me.
My friend hasn't replied to my message in 3 days. I keep checking my phone. What if I said something wrong?
Hello, Ed. Sort. Honestly, is there something to do right now?
I could text her again, but that feels desperate. So, no.
Or, and I'm being honest here, you could call her. That's harder, but it's possible.
You're right. That's the avoidance one. Okay, I won't release this fully. I'll call her tomorrow morning.
Good. So you've sorted. Anchor. 3, 2, 1.
3, I see, my desk, my plant, the lamp. 2, I hear, the clock ticking, wind outside. 1, I feel, the keyboard under my hands.
Step.
Close my phone, make tea, read for 10 minutes.
That's it. Sort, anchor, step.
The pull is still there, but quieter.
That's the realistic version. Ed doesn't disappear, he gets quieter.
Now let's go back to the doctor's call. Same situation, same blood test, same waiting, but this time with sort, anchor, step.
Day 1. The clinic doesn't call. Your stomach drops at every phone ring.
You feel Ed wake up. You say, "Hello, Ed." Sort. Honestly, is there something I can do today? No. Calling the clinic won't make the result come faster.
So you release for today. Anchor. 3, you see in the kitchen. The kettle, the window, the newspaper. 2, you hear. The kettle starting and a car outside. 1, you feel. The cold warming your hand.
Step. You go to work. You focus on one task. You eat lunch slowly.
Day 2, Ed gets louder. He pulls you toward the forums. Your hand reaches for the phone. You stop. You ask, is there new information online? No, there's just other people's fears. So you put the phone face down.
Anchor. 3, you see at your desk. The keyboard, the cold coffee, the window. 2, you hear. The hum of the office, a colleague typing. 1, you feel. Your back against the chair.
Step. You call your friend. Not about the test, about anything else. You hear yourself laugh.
Day 3. The waiting is heavy. You feel it in your chest. You don't pretend it's gone, but you don't drown in it either.
You walk. 3, you see. The trees, the blue car, the bench. 2, you hear. Footsteps, a child laughing. 1, you feel. The cold air on your face.
Day 4. The phone rings. The nurse says, everything looks normal.
And here is the difference. Same news, same 4 days. But these 4 days were lived. You worked, you called your friend, you walked, you slept.
The first version, those 4 days were gone, eaten by the loop.
This version, those 4 days were yours.
Same waiting, 2 completely different lives, and the difference was sort, anchor, step.
Now let's be honest, these techniques won't work every time.
Sometimes Ed comes back 10 minutes later. Sometimes the loop wins for a whole evening.
That's normal. It doesn't mean you failed, it means you're human.
The goal isn't to never worry, it's to spend less time in the loop, to notice when you're in it, to step out a little faster each time.
Some days 5 minutes, other days an hour. Both are progress. Tolerating uncertainty is a skill, like a muscle you build slowly.
And one more honest thing. Sometimes life is hard. Sometimes the news is bad. The techniques don't make uncertainty disappear. They stop the second suffering, the fear we add on top of the real thing.
The first pain is life. The second pain is what we do to ourselves while waiting.
We can't always remove the first, but we can soften the second.
Worry is a tool, the loop is a trap, and more thinking is not more knowing. 2 short sentences. If you forget anything else from tonight, keep these.
Time for our word tour. 7 words from tonight. Say them with us.
Let's begin.
First word, uncertainty.
Uncertainty is when you don't know what will happen, the space before the answer. Tonight's whole episode lives there.
Example, there's a lot of uncertainty about my new job.
Or, I'm learning to live with uncertainty.
Say it with me. Uncertainty.
Uncertainty.
Next word, predict.
To predict means to guess what will happen. Our brain loves to predict. That's why Ed never sleeps.
Example, I tried to predict her answer all night.
Or, you can't predict everything in life.
Try it. Predict.
Predict.
Word 3, tolerate.
To tolerate something means you can sit with it. You don't love it, but you don't run from it. Tonight's main muscle.
Example, I'm learning to tolerate not knowing.
Or, she tolerates the noise from the street.
Repeat after me. Tolerate.
Tolerate.
Next, loop.
A loop is a circle, the same thoughts going around and around. Ed lives in the loop. Tonight, we learned to step out.
Example, my mind was stuck in a worry loop.
Or, I stepped out of the loop for 1 minute.
Your turn. Loop.
Loop.
Word 5, anchor.
An anchor holds something in place. Tonight, our 3, 2, 1. 3 you see, 2 you hear, 1 you feel.
Example, my anchor is the sound of the rain.
Or, she used the anchor when she felt afraid.
Say it slowly. Anchor.
Anchor.
Word 6, brace.
To brace means to get ready for something hard. Your body tightens. We brace for things that often never come.
Example, I braced for bad news that didn't come.
Or, he braces every Monday morning.
With me. Brace.
Brace.
Last word, release.
To release means to let go. Release what you cannot solve tonight. Save your energy for what you can.
Example, I released the worry just for tonight.
Or, release what you cannot fix.
One more time. Release.
Release.
Okay, one small challenge before we close. We call this one the question.
Sort, anchor, step. That's tonight's tool. The step, that's where this challenge lives. It's not about a perfect plan. It's about one small thing into the unknown. Something you do even though you don't know how it will turn out.
Answer out loud, in English, right now, in your room, in your car, wherever you are. Here it is. What is one small thing I can do today, even though I don't know how it will turn out?
We'll go first. Mine, today I'll sign up for the dance class on Wednesday night. I don't know if I'll be good at it. I've been planning to sign up for too long. Today I'll do it.
Mine, today I'll send one message to an old friend. We haven't talked in a long time. I don't know if she will reply. I'll send it anyway.
Now your turn. Pause this. Say it aloud. Today I will. Just one small thing, the next small step.
Quick, honest moment before we go. Our channel is small. It's still growing.
Every like, every subscribe, every share, they really matter to us. They tell YouTube to show us to more learners.
So if today helped you, please take 10 seconds. It means so much.
And if you know someone walking home from an interview today, fighting Ed all the way, please share this with them. We can't grow without you.
You're walking home from the interview. The street is loud. Buses, people, a horn somewhere.
Ed shows up on the sidewalk. What if I said the wrong thing? What if they didn't like me? What if? What if? What if?
But this time, you don't take out your phone. You feel the strap of your bag, the sun on your shoulders,
the ground under your shoes.
Anchor. 3 you see, a red sign, a tree, a bicycle. 2 you hear, a bus engine, footsteps. 1 you feel, your hand on the strap.
Ed gets louder for a moment. He always does.
And you say quietly to yourself, "Hello, Ed. I don't know yet, and that's okay this week."
Worry is a tool.
The loop is a trap.
More thinking is not more knowing.
The decision isn't yours right now, so you walk, you go home, you eat dinner, you rest.
Tomorrow, sort, anchor, step. The answer will come. You don't have to find it on the sidewalk.
Good night, friends. Take care of yourself, really.
See you in the next one.